Hey guys, back to do another journal flip through. This one is volume 33, and I think I'm just going to title this one like Happy Thoughts Journal, but because of what it says on the front, so because I was trying to think of other ways I could name the video, but I think I'm just going to name it Happy Thoughts. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And decorated the cover. This is a little Shopkins tag, and then this one lasts to be 22 days. Excuse me. This day I'd had a neurology appointment in Atlanta, and I just felt mentally drained afterwards because it was a lot of info dropped at one time. Then I found out that one of the medicines that I take for pain actually can cause seizures, which really irritated me at the time because that was the only thing safe for me to take from a transplant perspective. So it just kind of really irritated me. Then my mom had a job interview the following morning, and she was kind of stressing out about it, for lack of a better term. Mentioned that the following day I would clean the bathroom and get it straight for when John came on that Saturday. And then this day was chill other than the bathroom. I'd spent most of the day watching YouTube and Steven's Donkey Kong Country Returns Let's Play. Mentioned that I really enjoyed the chemistry between him and Mal during their co-op LPs. Mentioned I was just glad I had the time to get the bathroom done. I said thankfully the bathroom wasn't too bad, so it didn't take me too long. Mentioned that the following day my back would probably be killing me because I had to mop and sweep the floors, which that always kills my back. So and this day was pretty busy overall. We had the usual grocery store run and errands. The errands were post office and pharmacy. And the grocery store, we had a lot to get because my grandparents had a lot, and then we were getting a lot because of John coming the following day. I was mentioning how much I really missed him. I did do the floors and knock all that out. Oh, and I had gotten my Ipsy, so this was the card that was in March's Ipsy. And I said overall I did like the bag. I got face moisturizer, liquid lipstick, which I gave to my mom, some tweezers, which I gave to my mom, golden eyeshadow, and deep conditioning hair mask. And then whenever John's here, I have him write a little note at the top of each day that he's here. Then mentioned he spoiled me at Walmart. Speaking of John, he just woke up. I heard my phone go off, if you guys heard that. I mentioned that after we got back from Walmart, we just kind of relaxed and watched YouTube videos. This was a lazy day because I got to just cuddle in bed with John all day, watching YouTube. We also did film some. We did the TMI tag and the zombie apocalypse tag. His answers on it anyway. Mentioned that the following day was probably going to be busy because it's the usual grocery store and errands. Just because he's still a guest here, and I didn't want to have him run around with us doing errands and stuff, so that's why I wasn't really looking forward to it. Mentioned I was really glad that John was able to stay for a week. So here's another little note from him. Yeah, the errands for this day was post office, bank, cigarettes, CVS, and then pharmacy for a couple of Papa's things and a couple of Mama's things. Mentioned I was just so glad to be home because I wanted to relax and just kind of chill out. And I was able to just spend the rest of the day cuddling with John, watching YouTube. And then we started watching some of Rabbit Luigi's countdowns, since we both like him. Mentioned I'd be getting a shower the following day. And then here's another note from John. This was a lazy day, spent most of the day in bed, cuddling with John, watching YouTube. Mentioned I was able to watch a decent amount of K-pop today, and I was surprised since John's not really a big fan of K-pop overall. I mentioned that I was thankful that he let me watch a few when he was here, because for some reason listening to that music has a calming effect on me for some reason. Not sure why. We started watching Attack on Titan, so I was really glad to start finishing up where we left off with it, because I think I had watched like the first couple episodes, but I never got past much. And here's another note from John there. had a psychiatrist appointment this day, and I was surprised that John had decided to come with me to the appointment since he just had to sit out in the waiting room anyway. But I was glad he went with me, and then when we got back we just again relaxed and watched videos, watched more Attack on Titan. Mentioned I had a really bad headache earlier. For some reason, couldn't figure out why. I thought maybe it was because of the shunt drains or something. And then here's another note from John there. Another relaxed day. Me and John just watched more YouTube. This time was from the channel Anime America. We had gotten really big into their countdowns when he was here. So that was as far as that goes. And I still do like their channel overall. We also had to run errands, and we did post office, Sears bill, and paying the Visa bill. Also was able to go into Dollar General and get some stickers and a new storage container. And then I mentioned I wasn't looking forward to the following day because it was the errand and grocery store run. And then there's another little message from John there. Pretty chill day. Watched a lot of YouTube, mostly countdowns, but then a few things from each other's sub-feeds. Mentioned that I was surprised John treated me to lunch this day, especially since he was telling me, you know, how much he could do at Walmart for me and everything. Anyway, mentioned that the following day he'd be heading home, that I'd really miss him. And then this is the last note from him in this one. And I mentioned that he had to leave this day. I wish that he could have stayed longer, but I didn't know if he'd be able to. Plus, on top of that, he was also worried about his own mom. Mentioned that I hope everything is going well for them since a friend of the family was moving back in. And then I go into more about how I wish he could have stayed longer. Mentioned that we did do a taste test video the day before, and that some of it was really good and some of it was kind of just like eh. I was also glad that John gave me a copy of his dad's schedule, so I know when to plan around to see him again. this day I just spent most of the day at my desk watching YouTube and also straightening my room up a bit. Also watched Steven's To the Moon Let's Play and listened to K-pop as well. Spending the time I used getting my journal straight. I mentioned I was on part 8, almost 9. That there were only 13 videos, so I was almost through with it. I mentioned that I really liked the game overall. Thought that the story was really deep and also really emotional. For those that don't know, To the Moon is about an elderly man named John who is close to passing away and requests the help of a company who can alter his memory so that his wish to go to the moon can be granted before he passes away. So I thought the game was really well done overall, considering it was made in RPG Maker. So the only activity I did this day was getting a shower, straightening my room up a little bit. Mentioned I wasn't looking forward to the following day because of it being grocery store and errands yet again, because it always leaves me super tired and drained. And then mentioned how much I wish John could have stayed longer. Busy day here. Again, usual grocery store and errand run. And we had a crazy amount of errands. We had post office and cigarettes, and then we had to get Papa's bourbon, pharmacy for them as well as Mama, and then bank, pay both power bills. So pretty busy day. But I was able to go into Dollar General and get some stickers, as well as another storage bin, a pedicure set, and a Disney Tsum Tsum blanket. I think that's how you say it. And a Olay face cleanser, because I was out of cleanser. Mentioned that I liked the color scheme of the new box a lot better. Mentioned I would really like to make my room more on the pastel side. Mentioned that I have a diabetic doctor appointment the next day that I wasn't looking forward to because my sugars have been doing well anyway. And so it's just something I wasn't looking forward to. But I prefer my diabetic doctor since he's an hour away as opposed to Atlanta where it's 2 hours away. I mentioned that I was hoping after the appointment that Mama and I could go into Ulta so she could look for a foundation for her and I could get the Tarte Maracuja oil since it was on sale. And I was really excited about the Maracuja oil, and I have it and I use it all the time. And then I also got some rose lights for around my desk, so I really do like those. Mentioned that for some reason I started watching Foamy the Squirrel again. If you don't know what character that is, you need to look it up. But it's not that I stopped watching him because I didn't like him. It's like I had a phase with it or something. Mentioned that my allergies were bugging the ever-loving crap out of me and that I wish that it would go away. Had a busy day here overall. friend of the family and I went to my appointment with Dr. Johns at 11. Everything was pretty much stable, so all that was new was a lab order for an A1C and a thyroid panel, but that's typical. After my appointment, we went to Ulta and I got a chance to browse. I was also able to get the maracuja oil, full size, for $25. Because it's originally $48, but I was glad to get it for $25. Sorry. Mention that I really do enjoy the oil overall because it tones the redness down in my face quite a bit, if I can talk. I mentioned that I feel like I don't even need foundation to cover any redness when I go out, when I use it. Plus, it leaves my face really hydrated and smooth. So I was really thankful to a friend of the family for getting me that, as well as sheet masks from Tony Moly and some eye masks. And apparently the Tarte oil had come with a free gift that I had no idea about. One was a sample mascara of Maneater, which I did do a first impressions of the same day that I'm filming this. And one of the Tarte lingerie lipsticks. Mentioned that I hope the next day would be pretty chill because I felt pretty drained between errands and grocery store on Monday and an appointment this day. So relaxing day as a whole. We did run errands, but we only have post office. Mentioned I wasn't feeling that great. I wasn't sure why. My stomach had been killing me along with my back. And I mentioned that I hoped it passed before I saw my dad on Saturday. Mentioned I tried out the eye masks that I got at Ulta, and overall I thought they worked pretty well. They were pretty cooling, it didn't sting or anything. Mentioned I was just glad that I was able to get the maracuja oil with the huge discount. Mentioned I hoped the following day would be another relaxed day because I hadn't felt great, and I had a theory it was probably because of the food at Longhorn Steakhouse. So which is where John had treated me to, and he had wanted to say something to our server, but I told him not to because I'm just not that type of person. So this was a chill day overall. Spent most of the day at my desk watching YouTube, mostly listening to music and also watching Christine's declutter videos. I don't know how to say her last name. Is it Kobzef? And I mentioned I was getting back into watching declutter videos because I've been into that type of mood lately. And I mentioned that I'm probably going to start doing a lot of decluttering around my room. The only activity that I did was getting a shower and dancing to K-pop tracks. Also moved my jewelry armoire a bit to move the bin around so it's pressed against the wall. Wasn't looking forward to the following day because of it, again, being the usual grocery store and errands, because it takes forever. And wasn't looking forward to tomorrow as well because we'd have to go to the pharmacy, and I had 11 of my prescriptions to fill, and my grandfather had 1. So that was kind of annoying. This was a pretty busy day overall. The errands, we had the post office, CVS, and a pharmacy. And then while we were out, I was trying to find a lid for the plastic bin that I got because I didn't grab one. And then the ones they had didn't fit it, so it was just kind of annoying. Mentioned that I'd gotten a text from my father saying that he wanted to change the day to Sunday. I mentioned I didn't really mind that, I just wish that he didn't wait until the last minute to text me something like that. And I said at least I could film the following day for you guys. So I was happy about that at least. Mentioned that the following day would also be the yearly yard cleanup so that Grandma can have her garden for spring and summer. I mentioned I wasn't going over there for 2 reasons. I'd just be in the way, and I wanted to film for you guys. So this was a relaxed day overall. Watched more of Christine's declutter and organization videos because I was getting back into declutter mode yet again. Did record some videos as well. I got a March favorites, a mega review video, and a journal flip through filmed for you guys. So I was happy about that at least. Mentioned I was surprised by how long it took me to film the flip through because it was 52 minutes. Mentioned I was hoping the following day that my dad didn't cancel on me again. And then I had kind of a little bit of a rant fest about that. And mentioned how much I missed John. Oh, this picture was so cute. Anyway, semi-chill day. Spent the majority of the day at the desk watching YouTube. Was also able to see my dad and got to see Granny and Auntie, and I was also glad to see Auntie because she'd had her pacemaker put in, so she was still in the recovery process. She was showing me some jewelry that she had been making. She taught me how to make a necklace, which is actually on my Instagram. So I was really happy with how it turned out. Wasn't looking forward to the following day because of it being our busiest days, so to speak. Mentioned I wouldn't be getting the usual pay for the week that my grandfather gives me because I had asked for it the week before, so Mentioned I hope I get to hang out with Robin soon and Karina soon, because I miss hanging out with them. Went into kind of a mini rant fest about I'm just going to put this in the nicest way possible, and Karina, if you are watching this, please do not take offense to this. Was ranting about how her boyfriend was treating the Chihuahua when I was there, because it just really grained on me. Busy day here. We had grocery run along with the errands. Thankfully, we only had post office getting cigarettes. Spent the rest of the day at my desk watching YouTube, mostly listening to K-pop and rewatching some of Emil's Xenoblade. Mostly a lot of the boss battles. Had to turn on the air conditioning units today because it's starting to warm up. Mentioned that I honestly wish it would stay like 65 year-round for us, because then it wouldn't be crazy hot or freezing cold or anything like that. So sorry. I mentioned I was really looking forward to a Girls' Day comeback as well as a Girls' Generation comeback soon, which Girls' Day has had a comeback. I really love the song titles. And then also Organize My Room song. And then this day I had therapy with Andrea. I was just kind of catching her up on things and how everybody was, mostly. Mentioned I was supposed to see her earlier, but I had canceled the first time because I was sick and didn't want to get anyone else sick. And then Mama got sick and she couldn't take me. So that was why I canceled the last couple times. But it was nice to have another session again, and I was also surprised by the news that she's engaged now, but I was extremely happy for her. So, mentioned that the following day Mama was going to cut my hair short because it was starting to really irritate me in terms of weight. Then I mentioned that I would like to attempt to live stream for you guys on my channel, but I had asked on Twitter and a couple people have said no, but let me know your thoughts about that down below. I mentioned that I hope to film more videos the coming weekend. Mentioned I would like to do a journaling update, updated skincare routine, an updated journal collection, and just things like that. And these are some of my favorite groups in K-pop. Chilled out day overall. Just watching more of Emil's Xenoblade Chronicles and listening to K-pop and J-pop. Spent the morning organizing a bit before I got my shower, but that was about it for activity. Mama cut my hair. This is something that my brother did. Normally Grandma's the one that cuts my hair, but Mama didn't like how Grandma cut it so short last time, so she decided to do it herself. And then I kind of went on a mini rant fest, needless to say. And then I mentioned that the errands were just post office because Mama had a doctor's appointment in about 30 minutes away. I mentioned that I would hope to film videos because if they found something on EEG, then I'd like to have enough videos to stay ahead. That way I can post whether I'm in the hospital or doing something. Really lazy day overall. Listen to K-pop music, mostly Oh My Girl, Nine Muses, and Dal Shalvet. I was listening to Infinite and some of Taeyeon and Seokhyun. Mentioned that I've been really getting into Jaemin, and that I think her song Alive is really underrated. Because every time I hear that song it gives me chills. Also mentioned that when we're out doing the grocery store run tomorrow, I hope that we can go to Kroger. Then I was kind of like writing out what I would need. Mentioned I was glad that I did cut my hair. Again, mentioning hope I can film some videos for you guys. That was my air unit coming on, if you guys could hear that. Mentioned that it was hard to believe that I'd be finishing up volume 33 because it doesn't feel like I've been journaling long enough to fill that many. Still boggles my mind every time I finish another journal. So and then this is the back. This was a little pocket I made for like receipts. But yep, that was the end of this flip through, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video at another time.